Hey guys, this is Matt with MoPro Gaming. Um, we're going to talk about this scheme, I guess you could call it a mini scheme. Basically, we're going to be going over the Singleback wing tight, and I like to use this formation to get nice short yards. So here we're in the play quick slant. So the read is just going to be, basically you're just going to read it from right to left. So you're going to read the flat. If the flat's there, throw it. You just throw it immediately. If the flat's not there, then you're going to throw it to Uzoma on the little stick route. And if the stick's not there, you immediately turn your eyes to the left side of the field. Then you're going to look to triangle in the seam. If he's open, just throw that. Most likely that means the linebacker didn't drop back far enough to guard it, and if that's not open, then you throw to square. So this should work against any zone defense or man. So the same concept goes with man. So you just read it left to right. Most likely in man, you're gonna have to be looking at X or square. The other two routes will probably be, if it's man defense, they're gonna be not gonna really be good options. So let's go ahead and show you. So right now we're running basically cover 2 invert from the 46. That's usually a run stopping defense. Alright, so let's go ahead. So circle's not there. The circle's there now, so you can just go ahead and throw it in. So you can throw them late, you don't have to throw them right away. So you get a yard, you probably could have yacked it. Alright, circle's not there. So circle's not there, X not there, so square. You throw a little sooner, so if you can get to that read a little sooner, so let's see. You can actually leave them on the slant, actually. Okay, I take that back. You can leave them on the slant, so X and the square. Because that triangle's taking away, is forcing that linebacker to drop back. I'll do it one more time. Alright, okay. Now, if they play underneath, then this will probably all get locked up. So, let's just show you. So, square's not open, but triangle's open now. Actually, let's take that back. So, if they play underneath and they're not using that seam route, then triangle will be open. Yeah, so let's do it one more time. If they play underneath. It's very easy. You could run this against cover 3. You can run this against cover 4 even. You could probably even, yeah, you can run this against cover 4. The only thing is that seam route is not really going to be an option. So you're really, everyone's favorite cover 4. Basically do something like this, right? So if you do this, I mean, it's still there. You just you'd have to rely on them not playing underneath. So the only way this play gets locked up is if they play cover 4 underneath coverage, right? Cover 4 underneath coverage. And even then, you can, if they're playing that kind of cover 4, you've got time, right? You're gonna have time to make that play, right? So then it becomes kind of like a flood concept. So as the route develops, so we'll play underneath again, right? So they think they got us locked up, right? And as the play develops, well, wow. Let me do it one more time. That's funny. So as the play develops, so you see X and then square. Square is still square. If the only way that's going to get covered is if that user actually literally follows him all the way across the field. What you can do is convert this seam route versus cover 4 into a curl, so that if he does follow, then you've got square on that curl coming across, and it still has the effect of pulling. So the slant coming underneath the curl. So if you leave it like that, right over the top, right, you can still hit that. But then you'll also have the option. So versus cover 4, you want to go like this, so that you have a backside option, so that so that if he goes ahead and let's just say he's basically using this guy's gonna be covering the tight end. All right, so everything's locked up. You still got triangle. Now then, if that's the case, the only way they can completely shut down this play is if they went ahead and did something like that. Alright, okay, so they're gonna do that, right? Cool. Alright. They think they're clever. So then your next move would be to put that guy on a flat, right? So you, like the original play, you can just run it like this, but if it looks like they're still locking this up, try adding 2 flats to the field. So if they're playing cover 4, basically they're going to be out leveraged somewhere, because cover 4, the most they can do is have 4 underneath guys, right? So if you have 5 guys on short routes like we have here, someone's going to be open. So if they do that, right, so then triangle's not going to be open, square's not going to be open really, then you'd have R1. So that's probably and then obviously if it's a 3-man rush like this, so let's say they're running, for some reason they're running this kind of cover 4 where they're rushing 4 guys, everything else just becomes that much more open. So triangle would be open, like it'd be like either a cat and mouse, right? So yeah, so if they play cover 4, that's not going to work. I'll show you versus cover 3. Cover 3, if it's cover 3, if their primary coverage is cover 3, I'd just run it like this. Maybe even put him on a swing so I have that backside option. I'll show you what it looks like, because I've already showed you. Let me show you what it looks like underneath. If they play underneath, it's funny. Usually they just let it go. All of a sudden now he wants to be a hero. So let's just pretend this guy is using him, and he wants to cover up the slant. So I'm just going to simulate that by doing that. Okay. So we're going to simulate it like doing that, right? You can literally throw that seam route right in front of the safety, which last year you couldn't do that because the safeties actually reacted. This year, thanks to the community complaining about how good zone coverage was and how well it was playing, they they tuned it down. So yeah, our community will never be happy. So now cover 3 is broken again. Invert, because that's what a lot of people will do when they see this kind of formation, is get into these defenses that are basically going to put a lot of people near the line of scrimmage, which makes sense. I mean, you want to do that if you're, playing, if you're expecting the run. Alright, so Mighty Joe Mixon. I said one more time. Let's just do it. Let's do it last time. For reals. Alright. God damn it. Oh yeah. There you go. So, like any run play, it's going to depend on the run block rating of your offensive players, right? But what I like about this play is, depending on the defensive front, you're going to get double teams there. You're going to get with this outside zone play, you're going to get 2 double teams, and then it's going to be up to your tight end here on the outside to seal the edge. So that's who you want to read. You want to read that tight end to make sure. Well, you want to read everything on the front side of the play. You want to make sure that everyone is making their block. If anyone looks like they're coming out their block, or if you see a hole developing, like if it looks like maybe one of the user defenders is over pursuing to the outside and leaving a big hole, then you need to cut back into that hole. And worst comes to worst, if someone does break free, just like in real football, you do have to make a play sometimes. So you got to make someone miss, like especially if they're bringing 8-9 guys in the box. There really is no choice sometimes then to just make someone miss, whether it be a spin, a juke, or a truck. If they start to spread their line out, like so, I like to go to the inside zone. So if they like to spread their line out like this, or they're spreading the linebackers like this, then just go straight to the inside zone. Get you some yards. Wow, okay, I didn't expect all those yards. I know you guys are kind of challenged. But there you go. Yeah, hold your blocks, get yards. And there's nothing I can really say about that. Do this one more time. Inside blitz. Come on, go ahead and pick this up. So I'm going to go ahead and pinch my protection so that I don't have any pressure coming out the middle. I can just throw that slant right there. So through all the reads, but it's all the reads remain the same. So you know, if you see the blitz, the first read you should just look flat. Second read this tight end. If the tight end has like any kind of like that kind of separation, just throw it. Like this is why getting a tight end that's really good, you literally just throw it on his break to his outside shoulder, and you know, this is where your Gronks, your Kelseys, your Zach Ertz, your back in the day Tyler Eifert, if that guy would ever stay healthy, god damn it. Bengals fans, you know what I'm talking about. You just throw it now. This is your security blanket, 3rd and 4. You know, you need short yardage. You need someone to go make a big catch in traffic. Hell, even Jason Witten back in the day. You just throw it on his big body. This is why you want a big guy, because he can just box out and make that play. And look at that separation. He's still got this big air gap, and really all we're looking for on this play is a few yards, like, you know, 3 or 4 yards. That you can smart route it. So if you are on 3rd and let's say 3rd and actually let's just go to the goal line so that it's more obvious, right? It's hard to simulate 3rd and short in practice mode. So let's just say 3rd and short. So he'll literally run to the marker, right? And then he'll make his little cut, right? So if they're gonna play that kind of man defense, right? I'm just gonna pinch my line real quick, so that you can guarantee that he'll get to the sticks, right? Alright, touchdown. And the outside zone, the inside zone. I mean, you can run the counter. I mean, the counter. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the counter. It kind of takes too long to develop the counter play, but if you've got the right line, if you've got good offensive linemen that can make this, so you got to flip this play, because I wouldn't run it to the strong side. That's the worst. But if you want to, if everyone holds their block, you can. So the good thing about this play is that if everyone holds their block, you can really get a real big play out of this, because you've got 2 pulling guards going to the weak side, and if the defense is overshifted trying to defend, say this the outside zone, right, and you want to hit them for big yardage, yeah, right there, like that can be a backbreaker. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely something coming left. And then yeah, so if they shift their line over, yeah, then so I'd only run the counter as a reaction to how they play the outside zone. So if they start overplaying the outside zone, then I'd hit them with the counter. Only if they overreact to the outside zone, and yeah. So, all right.